Hello, and welcome back to EPG. I'm, of course, Greg, your host. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that is very important, especially given the fact that the pandemic kind of lockdowns began this week 5 years ago, and also new management in Washington, D.C. So the big question is, should you get vaccinated? I am going to refine that topic down, and it's should you get vaccinated for travel? So I'm not a doctor, but I can only say from my experience what my vaccination plan was and what I did. So I did get a bunch of vaccinations before I went on my world tour in 2019. I feel like when I was deciding what vaccines to get, I weighed the pros and cons of each, what would happen if I got sick, what would be the side effects of any vaccines that I took. So I decided that, for some of the places I was going, it was good to get vaccinated. So the thing is that you can go to like a Minute Clinic, or you can go to CVS or any other like smaller pharmacies, and they have a lot of the vaccines ready to go. Some of the more exotic ones, the more expensive ones, are not. They're at special kind of travel clinics. And the big one that comes to mind is when I got vaccinated for Japanese encephalitis, because I was heading to Cambodia, and it is a disease that's passed around from mosquitoes. So I kind of weighed the pros of not getting Japanese encephalitis versus, getting Japanese encephalitis, which I believe has an 80% chance of psychosis due to, brain swelling. So I figured, hey, I should probably get that. That was a very expensive vaccine. That was about $700 to do that. So that was a rent payment. So going into the next topic about that is that given the United States and our healthcare system, it might behoove you, if you are traveling to other places before you definitely need to get your vaccines, to visit other socialized countries that have socialized medicine, because their vaccines are cheaper. A perfect example of that is where I got this little book, which was the Fleet Street Travel Clinic when I was going through London. And I needed to get a yellow fever vaccination, and if I got it in the United States, it would have been 4 times as expensive as what I got in England. So whenever you get an international vaccine, or any vaccine really, you get this little book that you take with you. You can flip through it, and it has all the vaccines you took, the doctor that administered it, or the nurse, and then it has kind of like their code and their basically like it keeps a track of all the vaccines you have. And it's very lucky that I got my yellow fever vaccine, because when I was traveling through South America, they just put on a notice that you could not enter the country of Ecuador if you did not have your yellow fever vaccine. So as again, vaccines, it's a personal choice. It's a choice between you and your doctor. So if you want to travel to more exotic places and you don't want to get sick, I would suggest talking with your doctor and getting vaccinated. So thank you very much for your time, and get out there.